We're on day 2 of week 4 of our program. We're gonna get right into it with that 2-zone breathing. So go ahead and get on the floor. You're gonna put one hand on your lower belly or belt buckle, one hand on the lower ribs, and we're gonna inhale through the nose and expand the belly, then the ribs. And then we're gonna exhale through our mouth. Inhale through the nose. And you want to think about inhaling 360 degrees and exhale through the mouth, pushing all the air out, and inhale 360 degrees, so that's filling your back as well as your front, and exhale all the way. Good. Okay, now we're going to go on our hands and knees, kind of like we were doing before. So we're gonna get hands right into the shoulders, spread the fingers nice and wide. First thing you're gonna do is relax your shoulders, let your chest fall to the ground. Then you're gonna push up tall like you're ending a push-up. Keeping this nice stability, staying pushing tall through the tops of your shoulders. You're gonna kick one leg back and swing it down. Now heel back like you're doing a donkey kick. You're gonna feel your weight wanna really shift into the opposite side hand. Try to keep it in the middle. Again, thinking about if you had a glass of water on your back, not spilling any. 3 more. And leg down. We're going to reset. Let the shoulders kind of drop, chest to the floor, and then push up tall. Stay tall, and kick the other leg. Heel back. Again, you're going to feel your weight want to shift. Try to keep it right in the middle. If you have a tennis ball or anything like that, you can put it on your back to see that you're not shifting. 3 more. Good. Okay. And we're going to go back into breathing. On your back. One hand on your lower belly, one hand on the lower ribs. And let's inhale through the nose for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale again, expanding through the lower belly and the ribs. 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. All the air out and inhale, expanding into your back as well as your front and your sides. And exhale. All the air out. Good. All right, now let's go back on hands and knees. Second round of this, so spread the fingers nice and wide. You're gonna relax your chest to the ground, then push up like you're ending a push-up. And let's kick one leg straight back, swing the knee down and up. I want you to really think about your upper half. Stay tall and pretend you have a horn in the very top of your head and point it towards that wall. So you don't wanna be looking like this. You also don't wanna let your head slump down. Keep it nice and back with your body. And switch sides. Relax, push up tall, and go. Breathing. Try not to hold your breath. Thinking straight back, not up. And relax. Great job. Okay, now we're going to get into our chair. And we're going to do seated cat-cow. So I want you sitting so that your feet can touch the ground, hands on your knees. But we're going to do eye-led, which means you're going to do kind of like we did the last time. Eyes go down, head goes down, and then you curl everything. And then eyes go up, head goes up, and the body follows. Eyes down, head down, curl. Eyes up, head up, arch your back. Eyes down, head down, curl. You'll notice your body naturally goes with your eyes. It's a trick we can use to get your body to do more range of motion is to look in the direction you want to go. And up, really think about expanding your chest on this one. And down, curl through that mid back, low back. And arch. Take a breath. And curl. Look down, curl towards your belly button. And then look up, arch up. And relax. Nicely done. So now we're going to use that same principle, our body following our eyes. We're going to do some rotations. So just come with our arms out to the side. You're going to look to one way. You're going to let your head go, and then your whole body's going to go, and you're going to reach with your arms. Whatever's comfortable. If straight out feels good, if kind of bent feels good, whatever works for you. And then we're going to go back the other way. So eyes are leading, and the rest of your body follows. And then eyes lead back. So you start the movement with your eyes every single time. So when I'm right here, I look, and then I let my body go. And look, and turn. Feel just a little stretch at the end, and look and turn. We don't want to shove into range of motion. And look and turn. Just feeling that resistance and sitting there. One more time, look and turn. And relax. Nice. Let's go back to our cat-cow. So remember, I led everything here. So we're going to look down, let your head go down, curl, look towards your belly button, everything curls. And then up, eyes up, head up, chest up, and down. Get exhale as you go down. And up. Inhale as you go up. And down. Curl with your belly button. And up. Open the chest. And down. Head down. Everything curls. And up. Take a breath. And down. And one more time. Look up. Good. All right. So now we're going to do the eye-led rotation. So arms out, arms in, whatever feels good. You're going to look, and then your head's going to go, and then your whole body. It's like a whip effect where everything moves. Go from the other side. Feel a little pull. And turn. Eyes, head, rotate. And keep looking as you get to the end. And then turn. If it hurts your neck, don't go quite so far. Just find where the resistance is. And turn. You're just kind of finding your body's range and just hold at the end. And turn. Leading with the eyes. And turn. And turn. One last time. Eyes first, head, body. And last one, turn the other way. Good. Nice. Should be good and warmed up by now. So let's stand up for some balance. I really want to challenge you, if you haven't been doing this without help, to go ahead and do it without help this week. So single leg balance with a lateral side-to-side swing. Okay. So we're going to do about 30 seconds. So get that foot nice and flat. Again, please do this barefoot if you can. And go. We're going to swing this side to side. Now it's not about getting huge, big swings, like you see dancers do. It's just little side to side. I say as long as you can get outside of your body on the outside and just to the side of your body on the inside. So it's all about just getting the side to side motion, because what that does is that challenges your balance in that side to side way. Your body needs to adjust its balance as your leg moves, as the weight shifts from side to side. So just getting the adjustment, you can feel your foot will kind of readjust as things move. So nice and controlled. If it's harder, just do smaller ones. Even if you just tap back and forth. Okay, switch. And go. So again, you can just tap. You need that. And then as you find more confidence, tap bigger. Or you can do little swings. Really slow. And then make your way to a little bit bigger ones. Again, you might find that one side is harder than the other. Really common. Just work on that foot staying flat on that difficult side. And relax. Good. Next, we're going to do marching in place. We're going to 45 seconds. Ready, and go. Swinging the arms, marching those legs high. Make sure you breathe. the whole time. Tall through the top of your head, eyes on the horizon. This is not the time to be slouching it down. Up tall, think as tall as you can, like you're getting measured. Breathe. Let your body get into a nice rhythm. Arm and leg swing. Using all that mobility and range of motion we just built. Keep your breathing under control. And done. Nice, okay. Next thing we're going to do is using our chair, the back of our chair, we're going to get in kind of this almost start of a push-up where you're just on the balls of your feet. Doesn't matter how far out or far in you are. It's a little easier to be in, a little harder to be out, but find what you can do because we're going to take one arm up and we're going to rotate and look up. This arm stays straight, it doesn't bend. Legs stay straight, you're still on your toes and you're going to rotate. You're letting your whole body rotate. So it's not just my upper body, it's the whole body. Just basically your toes stay where they are. So you're getting a little turn through the hip, the back, everything. And then you're going to put it back and then you're going to turn. You want to actually make sure your whole body does turn. Go back and forth. You should feel a little something in your hip and switch because you don't want to be just twisting through your spine and twist. You want your hips to do a little go along with your body. Switch. Switch. Breathe. Switch. Staying up on the toes. Switch. And last one, switch. Good, and relax. All right, starting back over with the balance. You got this, 30 seconds, and go. We're gonna swing the legs side to side. You can also, as you notice, my arms are kind of naturally going with the motion. They're counterbalancing my leg. That feels good, go for it. If not, it's throwing you off. You can do hands here, hands out here, hand close, hovering on your help. Sometimes just being close is helpful. Either way, just breathe. Think about that foot stays flat even though the weight is shifting side to side. Tall and switch. Again, ideally you'd be without shoes if you're not in a public place like I am. Keeping that foot nice and flat. Tall out of your, you also raise up out of your foot. It helps your balance a little bit, so I'm kind of saggy into my foot. You notice that was even just hard for me to do. Get really tall and strong. It creates more stability through your body, and it's easier to carry something that's stiff and stable rather than something that is relaxed. And rest. Good. Okay, marching. 45 seconds. You got this. Ready? Go. Breathing. Control your breath. If you feel like you get out of breath during this, just think long, slow breaths. Also, that in through the nose, out through the mouth helps slow your breath down. Swing those arms. Don't be afraid to let your shoulders turn a little bit. With a little attitude in it. If again, this is not too hard, what you can do is imagine you're on railroad tracks and you're trying to keep your feet the same distance apart. It's easy to kind of step back and forth, not really realize it. So you can put something in front of you and try to keep your feet there. And relax. Good. Okay, let's go back into our high plank. So up on the toes, hands straight, legs straight, hips are forward just a little bit, and we're going to rotate and look at our hand, twist all the way through the hip, and switch. We're also pushing tall out of the hand that's on the chair. Switch. So I'm pushing tall and rotate like I'm trying to reach to the ceiling. Switch. Breathe. Switch. Reach. Switch. Push tall. Switch. And it's not too much about rotating as far as you can, as much as it is just opening up. Switch. And getting a full body rotation. One last time. Switch. And switch. Breathe. Look at your hand. Good. Relax. All right. We get one more of these because you're on week 4 and you can do it. Okay. Balancing. 30 seconds and go. Swinging the leg. Balance is something that if you don't work on it, if you don't keep it up, you lose it. It's one of those if you don't use it, you lose it kind of things. It is fairly simple to get back. You just work on it. So what we've done here of starting with just balancing, moving into something a little more difficult will help build back your balance if you were missing it. You think about when we were kids, we always jumped around and balanced and did all these things, and we just kind of stopped doing it naturally as adults, unless you have a reason to or something motivating you to. So if you feel like, wow, my balance is really bad, just doing it, that's the key. And switch, foot flat and swing. It's really not more difficult than that. Just doing a little every day is more than enough. Stand up tall. And really everything we do has balance to it. Walking is, going from foot to foot. It is full of balance. Keep breathing. Remember, just find where you can be successful. If that's just here, that's fine. If it's full swing, go for it. We're in week 4 now, so it's time to get pushing a little. Keep breathing. Almost done. Tall. Stay tall and strong out of your foot. A few more seconds. And relax. Great job. Another 45 seconds of marching and go. You might find this is surprising that 3 rounds of 45 seconds of marching can feel like this much work. It's so true that just exaggerating a motion like walking can make it a lot more difficult. That's why just shuffling along is a lot easier than doing kind of a march like this. Now, I'm not saying you need to go out walking like this, but even just a little exaggeration from your normal walking, just from here, not using your arms, to just kind of a full stride walk, uses more muscles and is harder and therefore better. Breathe, stand really tall, eyes on the horizon. Feel that core working. We have a strong core connection of our opposite shoulder and hip. So when we use this arm swing in this march to activate that and relax, we're getting core work. Magic. Okay. Hands tall, up on the balls of your feet. Find if you can go out a little bit more this time, do it. And we're going to rotate. You're going to look at your hand as you rotate. Feel it all the way through the hips. And switch. Breathe. Switch. Pushing tall. Switch. Might as well spread the fingers wide. Switch. Opening everything up. Switch. Again, this can be done on a counter, table, switch, desk, whatever you've got. Switch. This would be one of my go-to moves if I'm sitting all day. Switch, because it's gentle yet effective. And last time, switch. Good. We made it through the meat and potatoes of this one. Okay, so now we're doing that side-to-side lunge. Give you a little bit different angle this time. So feet nice and wide, definitely wider than the chair. I would say twice the width of your own hips. So it's usually a little wider than you feel like, and you turn your toes so they almost feel like they're turned in a little bit, and then sitting off to each side. Now, I want you to see from the side angle, go ahead and go back and forth, that your knee can go to your toes. We just don't want it going past. Because once you go past, I'm not actually moving my hip here, whereas this, I'm using my hip as I go side to side. And some people say, like, sit your weight back. You actually want your weight to stay right on your laces where they're tied, right in front of your ankle. Oh, by the way, be using this if you need it, and only go as far down as you can. You should feel a little tension in your hip, should kind of stop you. If you're feeling it in the calf, that's probably because your knee's going too far forward. So really push your butt back, and it's okay to let your chest come down a little bit. It should be pointing like 3 feet in front of you. It shouldn't be like this. I shouldn't be, my chest shouldn't be pointing straight down right in front of my toes. It should be just kind of a few feet in front of me. And that allows me to kind of sit back a little more. Do what you can, whatever depth you've got today. And last one. Good, okay. Guess what we're doing again? Marching! I know, tricky this time, but it's so good for you. 45 seconds. Take a big deep breath and go. Marching. Now, if you're finding this boring, you absolutely can march forward, march back. If you don't have a lot of space, little ones, you can kind of march stepping to the side. You can make it very creative, whatever you want to do a box, I don't care. But the point is, tall, marching, moving. Big breath. Eyes on the horizon. Hopefully you don't have downstairs neighbors. You're gonna be wondering what the heck you're doing. A few more seconds. And relax. Good job, guys. Okay, now we're getting into some squats. So you can use the chair to sit into a squat, or if you feel like you don't need it, go without it. Now, a couple keys. You want your feet, again, a little wider than your hips, and they can turn out between 10, 15, 20 degrees. Not super far. We don't need to be out here. Just, there's find 45 degrees where you think that is, and go half of that. Okay, so in this position, we're just gonna sit our hips down and up. Let's do a couple in a row, down and up. Now, I see a lot of this. People really scared to let their knees come forward and their butt just shoots really far back. We actually want to aim to put our butt right between our heels. It's actually okay if your knees come over your toes a little bit, but your weight should be even. So you shouldn't be weight forward and sitting down and feel a ton of pressure here. What you want is your weight's kind of even right in front of that ankle, and you just sit straight down, and you'll feel tension all through your leg, not just in your knees. If you can't go that low, that's totally fine. Come back up here. Whatever you've got, however your body feels today, that's what you're doing. Let's do one more and relax. Good. We're going back around one more time. So, feet nice and wide, toes turned in a little bit, and you're gonna sit off to the side, come back up. You don't need to go super far down, but you might find that even if you're not going very far, you feel a good stretch on this groin. If it's uncomfortable to keep your feet like this, you can turn them out a little bit. Now the key though, is that if your toes turn out, your knee turns out. So you're not allowed to have your knee come in while your toes are pointing that way. Knee goes with the toes every single time, and you still need to sit back into your hips. This is where you actually get to push your hips back actively. Couple more, breathing. And relax. Nicely done. Let's get some marching in. Ready? And go. Whew. You're thinking, man, it's a lot of marching today. That's true. We're going to get just a little bit of cardio today. So even if you can't get out on that walk, you got this. Breathing. Tall. You can switch up your arms. You can bring them in nice and tight. You can let them go really long. You can do faster little steps if you like that. If that's switching it up for you. I'm fine with it as long as you're bringing those knees up. I'm okay with fast one as long as my knees actually come up. This is kind of the slower, exaggerated version. This is just the faster version. Totally fine with that. If you like getting more steps, you've got your Fitbit counter, and you need more steps always, then feel free to do this. And relax. All right. Last round of our squats. So again, feet a little wider than your hips, turned out just a little bit. And you're just going to sit like you're trying to sit your butt right between your heels. Go to where you can. There will be a point where you go, and then if you keep going, your chest just kind of falls forward. That's not what we want. So you want to just go down so you feel kind of tension in your hips, in your legs, evenly spread. Shouldn't be all on your knees, shouldn't all be in your hamstrings. You should feel kind of evenness throughout your legs. You can put your hands out here, down at your sides, whatever feels good. And one more, and relax. Good. You can wipe with your towel. We got through the hard part of it. So now what we're doing is that seated desk plank. So sitting so that your feet are flat and you can reach your knees. You're going to push down with your hands into your knees and hold. Breathe. You're staying nice and upright. You'll just feel your core activate. And relax. Good. We're just doing 10-second holds and push. You'll just feel your stomach kind of activate those core muscles. Breathe through it. And relax. And one more. And push. And relax. Nice. Okay. We're staying seated for this one. and we're just gonna work on our hands and wrists a little bit. So we're gonna do hand open, spread the fingers, pull back. Feel a little stretch anywhere in the hand, wrist, forearm, and switch, and we're gonna curl thumb inside the fingers and curl up this way. You might feel a stretch anywhere on the back side. And open, spread them wide and pull back. It's common to feel it kind of around the thumb. And curl, thumb inside the fingers and roll it up like a little cinnamon roll. Just gentle on this one, you don't want to pull hard. And open, spread. If you're doing a lot of computer work or gripping, or on your phone, or you play video games, and switch. All of that leads to tightness in the hands and wrist. And open, and close. Good. One more set of each, and we are done. So, sitting up tall, and you're gonna push your hands into your knees and hold. Feel your core activate. Try to stay up tall. Fight the urge to just curl. Breathe. Relax. Let it all go. And push. Just pushing into your knees with your hands. Try to keep your arms pretty straight. They're gonna be a little bend in your elbow, but more than that, you tend to get into pushing with your arms. So just a slight unlocking of the elbows. Relax, breathe, and push. Last one, guys. And relax. Good. Let's get those hands again. So we're gonna open and pull back. Really spread the fingers, pinky, thumb, straighten those middle fingers, and curl, thumb inside the fingers, and curl up. You don't want to get a sharp pain here, so if you do that, just back off a little bit. And open, spread, and roll back. Hopefully you'll feel like you can do a little more. You'll get a little more stretch if you can straighten the elbows out. Pull back more, and switch, curl everything in. Breathe. Great way to fight carpal tunnel, arthritis in the hands. And open and pull back. Again, you can straighten the arms. And curl. Let's do one more. Spread and pull back. I feel it right in here. Wherever you feel it, that's good stretch. And curl and roll and breathe. And relax. All right, guys, that is the end of week 4. Great job so far. Please keep it up. You are so close to finishing out. 2 more weeks,